What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Durant, and we're here to talk more Celtics basketball. And man, a lot has happened since we have talked. Ainge finally gets the signing trade done, which felt like a whole lot, like a million years that we had to wait for that deal done. But finally, he got it done with Charlotte. They get Gordon Hayward, and we get back the $28.5 million trade exception. Boy, the highest in NBA history. And really, you know, I'm not thinking about the trade exception as if it can help us right now and it's instant. What we should think about the trade exception as more of an insurance. And also, I'll go over the trade exception and how things work. So, we have a $28.5 million trade exception. The player that we bring in, or players, have to fit that $28.5 million trade exception. So, we cannot trade for a player on a $17 million deal per year deal and just put him underneath that and then it just go. No, it all in one package has to fit $28.5 million. And also, we can't send out like a player that has $10 million and think we can use $38 million now. But no, it doesn't work that way. We have $28.5 million trade exception. That means we can bring in a player or players underneath that salary without having to match salaries. And that's big. That's big because that means we can bring in like a salary dump player. First players that kind of fit in, that kind of come to my mind is Al Horford, you know, Buddy Hield, Victor Oladipo, Aaron Gordon. Just watch those teams and watch those players. You know, that's really what I'm looking at, is watching these middle of the pack teams, these teams that are not terrible but not really good enough to make the playoffs, and see how they kind of fall out of favor with these huge contracts that they have while they're trying to rebuild and try to develop their young talent, because they're going to be looking to get off these bad deals and get off these huge deals. Also, Blake Griffin with the Pistons. I don't know, how much does Blake Griffin make? I don't think he makes 20. I think he makes a little bit more than that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, just kind of looking at these salary dump players. That's kind of where we're at in the market right now, is for salary dump players that can help, and the players that can help right now. And I wish we could have a chance at Horford. That would be cool. But I don't know. I can't really predict the future. This is more of an insurance for, you know, if the season is falling apart by the deadline, do we want to make a deal for someone to help us? And that's really what we have to look at it. I don't anticipate us really having to use it at the deadline because I think the team is going to be actually really good. So, you know, that's good. It's good that Ainge got this deal done. It's good that we were able to get something back for Gordon Hayward. Those people are very, very quiet right now. Those people who were saying, "Oh, Ainge got nothing for Hayward. Ainge got nothing." It was very quiet. It's very quiet when that trade exception came out. That like not a lot of people were talking. Just a lot of bitterness in people right now with Danny Ainge. But I am a believer in Danny Ainge, Trader Ainge, and I always see the master plan while it's happening and forming, and I will not, I repeat, I will not slander the Don, the Grand Master, Trader Ainge, the man that has delivered us to 3 of the last 4 Eastern Conference Finals. I will not question that man. I won't. Maybe his draft decisions sometimes, but no, I will not question Danny Ainge on roster construction or deals that he does, because Danny knows what he does, what he's doing. He's a good GM, and I think that we need to give a little bit more trust into him. I feel like a lot of people, again, I've already covered this in my video. I'm not going to rant, but again, a lot of people felt like the sky was falling when Hayward left. As I've told y'all, the sky is not falling for a player that gave you no production in the playoffs. I don't get why anyone feels like the sky is falling. It wasn't a death sentence in the playoffs, and it's not a death sentence now. We went to the Eastern Conference Finals without Gordon Hayward, and he was kind of a non-factor when he came back healthy anyway. But now we're just kind of looking forward to the season. You know, training camp starting today, and everything is really getting started. Everything's moving today, and I'm glad. I'm glad that the Celtics have back in the facilities. Everybody's working. JT's got his new deal. JB's coming back. We get the new guys in. Tristan Thompson's on a plane. He's there landing. Like, we're getting our team together. Everyone's here to play, and we got our trade exception. This is our insurance on the season, guys. This is just in case. Just in case something's happening, or if a player falls out of favor with a team, like an Al Horford, like an Aaron Gordon, like a Victor Oladipo, like a Buddy Hield. If any of those players fall out of favor with their teams, or their teams are ready to move on and dump these players and move and start to move on and start the rebuild, we are there. We are there to catch these guys. We are there to provide a home for these guys to come win a championship, because we are all in right now. right now is about trying to win a championship. Jason Tatum has signed his 5 years. I want to repeat this. We have got to win a championship in this span. Jason Tatum has signed a 4-year deal, $195 million. Well, a 5-year deal, $195 million with a player option at the end. In this 4-year span, I'm not even including the player option, we have got to win a championship. Are you understanding that? In this 4-year span, we have got to win a championship. We are in win now mode. Both our players are paid. Our cornerstones are paid. We are no longer in developing 19-year-old role. We are past that phase. We are past trying to convince some huge free agent to come here. We are past that phase. We are now in let's win a championship phase. And I'm glad that this deal has finally been done. We're finally getting everything squared away. And Grandmaster, the Don, Danny Ainge gets everything taken care of. Trader Ainge finally gets the trade exception that people thought he wasn't going to get, or people thought just flat out that Hayward was just gonna walk and we weren't getting anything. Shame on you. You don't know any much better than Danny Ainge. But I think I've covered all the bases. I think I've covered everything. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.